Yochanan 13. It was just before the festival of Pesach, and Yeshua knew that the time had come for him to pass from this world to the Father. Having loved his own people in the world, he loved them to the end. They were at supper, and the adversary had already put the desire to betray him into the heart of Yehuda ben Shimon from Keriot. Yeshua was aware that the Father had put everything in his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he rose from the table, removed his outer garments, and wrapped a towel around his waist. Then he poured some water into a basin and began to wash the feet of the Talmudim and wipe them off with a towel wrapped around him. He came to Shimon Kepha, who said to him, "Lord, you are washing my feet?" Yeshua answered him, "You don't understand yet what I am doing, but in time you will understand." "No," said Kepha, "you will never wash my feet." Yeshua answered him, "If I don't wash you, you have no share with me." "Lord," Shimon Kepha replied, "not only my feet, but my hands and head too." Yeshua said to him, "A man who has had a bath doesn't need to wash except his feet. His body is already clean. And you people are clean, but not all of you." He knew who was betraying him. This is why he said, "Not all of you are clean." After he had washed their feet, taken back his clothes, and returned to the table, he said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me Rabbi and Lord, and you are right, because I am. Now, if I, the Lord and Rabbi, have washed your feet, you also should wash each other's feet. For I have set you an example, so that you may do as I have done to you. Yes, indeed, I tell you, a slave is not greater than his master, nor is an emissary greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. I'm not talking to all of you. I know which ones I have chosen. But the words of the Tanakh must be fulfilled that say, 'The one eating my bread is turned against me.' I'm telling you now, before it happens, so that when it does happen, you may believe that I am who I say I am. Yes, indeed, I tell you that a person who receives someone I send receives me, and that anyone who receives me receives the one who sent me." After saying this, Yeshua, in deep anguish of spirit, declared, "Yes, indeed, I tell you that one of you will betray me." The Talmudim stared at one another, totally mystified. Whom could he mean? One of his Talmudim, the one Yeshua particularly loved, was reclining close beside him. So Shimon Kepha motioned to him and said, "Ask which one he's talking about." Leaning against Yeshua's chest, he asked Yeshua, "Lord, who is it?" Yeshua answered, "It's the one to whom I give this piece of matzah after I dip it in the dish." So he dipped the piece of matzah and gave it to Yehuda ben Shimon from Keriot. As soon as Yehuda took the piece of matzah, the adversary went into him. "What you are doing, do quickly," Yeshua said to him. But no one at the table understood why he had said this to him. Some thought that since Yehuda was in charge of the common purse, Yeshua was telling him, "Buy what we need for the festival," or telling him to give something to the poor. As soon as he had taken the piece of matzah, Yehuda went out, and it was night. After Yehuda had left, Yeshua said, "Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If the Son of Man has glorified God, God will himself glorify the Son and will do so without delay. Little children, I will be with you only a little longer. You will look for me, and as I said to the Judeans, where I am going you cannot come. Now I say it to you as well. I'm giving you a new command, that you keep on loving each other. In the same way that I have loved you, you are also to keep on loving each other. Everyone will know that you are my Talmudim by the fact that you have love for each other." Shimon Kepha said to him, "Lord, where are you going?" Yeshua answered, "Where I am going you cannot follow me now, but you will follow later." "Lord," Kepha said to him, "why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." Yeshua answered, "You will lay down your life for me? Yes, indeed, I tell you, before the rooster crows you will disown me 3 times.